Hello friends, welcome. I am so glad to be here with you today. So this is my very first video on how to use Heartfelt Creations digital products. So we are going to start out by purchasing a stamp set, and I'm going to show you how I download it into my computer, how I get it from my computer to my Cricut Design Space so that I can work with it. So let's go ahead, and today instead of seeing my desktop, you're going to see my computer screen. So let's go ahead and switch over to that camera, and you'll be able to see the steps of how to do this. Okay, so this is my computer screen, and you are at the home page for Heartfelt Creation. And you can see up here on the upper right hand corner that I am logged in. So if this is your first time at Heartfelt Creation, you'll want to go ahead and start a account so that you can have a place where your downloads are going to go. Okay, so I'm going to go over here to shop, and I'm going to click on digital stamps. So I have just now purchased these two sets right here. So once you go through the process of purchasing and you get the screen that says thank you for your purchase, from there you're going to go right up here to my account. So click my account, and you're going to scroll down to my downloads. From there you'll go ahead and click my downloads. And right here are the two stamp sets that I just showed you. You see the Everyday Hero and the You Inspire Me. So we're going to go ahead and download these onto my computer. So this little button right here is your download button. On my computer, the downloads will go right up here. You see this little triangle? That is where I can find all of my downloads. So yours may be in a file similar to this one down here along the toolbar. On the bottom, there's a file folder. On mine, the way mine is set up, this little arrow right here is the same thing as this file folder right here. All right, so let's go ahead and download this. There it goes. Okay, so once it's up there, I can run my cursor over it, and it's going to show me a little file folder. So when I click on this file folder, it's going to show me this Everyday Hero file in this folder that's down here. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to click on it, and there you go. It brings up my file folder. So this over here is this file folder right down here. And inside that file, I have all of these other places. So all of my downloads go into the personal right here. So there it is, the very first one. So I have to unzip it. So to do that, I'm going to right click on this highlighted digital stamp that I just downloaded. Now I'm going to click Extract All. You see that highlighted there? When I do that, it's going to want to know where I want to put these. So it says select destination and extract the files. So before to choose the destination, I'm going to hit on the browse button over here. And I'm going to go to my desktop, because this is where I have my files set up for my Heartfelt Creation. Now you may have yours in documents or pictures or images, or you may have a different place, but this is where I put mine in my desktop. You can see I have lots of different file folders here, and this one says Heartfelt Digital Images. So I'm going to double click on that one, and it opens up all my files that I have so far. And I have Butterfly Medley and Everyday Heroes and Peacock Paisley. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Everyday Heroes. And here it opens 3. Now the first one that I'm doing is the Everyday Hero Digi Stamp. So I created this file in advance. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that and open it. Now I'm going to say select this folder. Now I'm going to extract them. And here they are. They are put in my file. And if you look up here on the upper left-hand side, the upper left-hand side, it says Everyday Hero Digi Stamp. So that is exactly where I wanted those to go. All right, so they're there. I can go ahead and close out of this, and I can also close this. So this takes me back to my downloads. And here I have the You Inspire Me Digi Stamp. So basically, we're going to do that over again. I'm going to click the download button, and it put it right up here. So the top one says You Inspire Me. So I'm going to click on the folder. Again, it comes up here, but it's not the Everyday Hero. This one is the You Inspire Me, so that's what I want. So I'm going to right click on that, click Extract All, come over to the Browse button, and now it says Heartfelt Creation Everyday Heroes Digi-Stamp. I don't want the Digi-Stamp anymore, so I am going to go back. Well, I'll have to go out, go to my desktop again, click on the Heartfelt Digital products. Now I'm going to go to Everyday Heroes, and inside this one, again, I have created one that says You Inspire Me. So it's down here on the bottom. It's going to put them in alphabetical order. So I'm going to open that file and now say Select Folder. Now it says right here, it's got the one I want, so I'm going to hit Extract. Again, it opens it up, and right there they are. So we're going to go ahead and close out of this. And we're going to go ahead and close out of Heartfelt Creation as well. Okay, so here's my home page when I first turn my computer on. So let's say time goes by and I want to use these stamps. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to check and make sure they're there. So here is my file. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And now I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to go to my Heartfelt Digital Images. Inside the digital images, I have my 3 folders. I'll click on Everyday Heroes. And here you see 5 folders at the beginning. These are the digital stamps that I have purchased that go along with the Everyday Hero. I also have all the elements and the papers in this file. So let's click on this one. And there they are. You can see my the ones I just purchased. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and X out of that. The next thing I need to go to is my Cricut Design Space. So I have my Cricut Design Space. All I've done right now is open Chrome is how I access Google. You can see up here on the left hand, that's Google. So we're going to go to my website and tools and go down to Cricut Design Space. If you don't have it saved as a favorite, you can always just type in Cricut Design Space or however you enter Design Space on your computer. And I am already logged in because I've been using it a lot lately. So this is how it first comes up. And if you can see right over here on the upper right hand side that I am logged in as Carrie Giletto. So if you get a login page, you'll have to enter your passwords and stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and click up here in the upper right hand corner, New Project. All right, so now if you're used to using Cricut and using the Cricut images that are part of the Cricut company and all, this is a little bit different. We're going to upload our own image off of our computer. So we're going to go over here on the taskbar on the left hand side. There is the word Upload. So we want to click on Upload. And now we're going to go to Upload Image. When I hit the Upload Image, this is the screen that comes up. And if I wanted to, I could open another window and drag and drop it, or you can browse. So I'm going to click on Browse. And it's going to open up that folder. Now mine is already open to the butterfly medley, but I don't want a butterfly medley. I want an Everyday Hero. So let's go back to our heartfelt image. We'll go to Everyday Hero. And now we're going to go to the Everyday Hero stamp set that I just purchased. So this is the one that I want. This is a gray one. I want the one that's in black. And I'm going to click Open. And there it is. So we have purchased it, we loaded it onto our computer, and now we are uploading it to Cricut Design Space. So this is what I want, so I'm going to go over here and hit Continue. So when I hit Continue, we want this to come up on this gray and white checked background. That means that all these images are separate from the background. If you look over here at the background remover, if this came up with a solid background, that means it's going to print all solid one piece, and you're not going to be able to cut out just this flower. So over here, it would tell you the directions of how to separate that flower from the background. But the good news is that Heartfelt Creation has set this all up so that all the different pieces are already separated for you. So you don't have to do this over here. So since this is correct, we're going to go right down here to apply and continue. All right, so if you wanted to cut this out in multiple layers, that means you would cut out your circles and then you'd cut out these letters separately. We don't want to do that, nor do we want the single layer where you're just going to cut it out of cardstock, but there would be no printing. We do want it printed, so we're going to come over here and we're going to click this one here that says a flat graphic. And now we're going to click continue. Right here is where you can type in any keywords that you would want to search for. So if I was searching for anything that has to do with this stamp, over here on where it says tags, I'm just going to type in the word hero. Because maybe I'll hero stamp. So maybe that is something that I would use to search if I was looking for this. So I am going to click upload, and it's going to take it over to my project page. And there we go. Now you can see it's now on my project page. It's huge. We don't need it that huge. So I am going to bring that down smaller. And let's see, you can see from here 0 to 12, and it goes from 12 down to 18, so it's still way too big. We're just going to bring that down quite a bit smaller. Move it up here. So this one now is a little less than 4 inches. This one's about 2.5, so I think that's a pretty good size. I'm okay with that. So from here, if we wanted to go ahead and make this, I would click Make right over here. Now another thing you can do is, this is color sync. We're not going to do that right now. We're going to go ahead and just click Make. And this is asking me if I want to save my project. So my digital stamp is already saved in my computer over in that Heartfelt Digi file. So I do not want to save it to my Cricut right now. So that's what this is asking, if I want to save it to Cricut. I don't want to, so I'm just going to use it this time. Now the computer automatically recognizes that I want to print and then cut. Isn't that wonderful? So we don't have to figure that out. Cricut Design Space and your printer are going to communicate the way the files have been designed. The computer knows what it's doing. So this is my print page, and I'm going to come right down here on the bottom, and I want to click continue. All right, so now over here it's going to print first, so I want to send it to my printer. Over here I have the choice of which printer I want to send it to. So there's all my printers that we have in our house, and this is my printer. Mine is a Brother HL, the L8360 CDW. So that is the printer I want to send it to. It is the only color printer that we have in the house. So I'm going to go ahead and choose print. And it'll take my printer just a few seconds. But as soon as that's done printing, we're going to, the computer is going to automatically bring up a screen for me to cut. What you just heard over here is me turning on my Cricut Explorer. So right up here you can see that it's going to connect to the machine because I just now turned it on. So there we go. It's reminding me to choose my material as cardstock. And I'm going to just use the knife to cut. I'm going to go ahead and pull my print job off of the printer. So I am not able to switch back and forth between my computer screen and myself as far as my desktop, but I can switch it back to me. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Hopefully this works. Yay! Okay, so this is how it came out of my printer. Okay, and I'm going to load it onto a Cricut mat in the normal way, like you normally would, and we'll send this through the Cricut. All right, before I do that, I will turn the screen back so you can see what happens here when I send it through. So I'm just going to load this into my Cricut Explorer. All right, there you can see it has noticed that I've loaded it, and now I'm going to press go. All right, so that is going to unload, that is going to cut out the images. Now you can see on this behind the scanning thing right here where the print and cut guidelines are. It automatically does that. You don't have to do any of that. The machines are made to recognize that. The very first time you do it, you will have to do a calibration, but that's super easy. Just follow the steps on the screen. It even recognizes that you need to do the calibration, so it will ask you, and you have to say yes. Then you just follow the steps, exactly what it says, and fill out the answers. And that just helps your Cricut to do a good job and cut where it needs to cut. I can't video that for you because it only prompts you to do it the one time. All right, as soon as the Cricut is finished doing all of its measurements and it cuts that out, I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple things you can do with your images once you have them in your Cricut Design Space. So please do tell me in the comments if this has been helpful for you, if you have other questions, if you're using Cricut. I do have a brother scan and cut, but I find it to be harder to do on that. I think the Cricut Design Space is way easier. All right. It shouldn't take too awful long to cut out there. So immediately following this video, there will be a part 2 where we will make a card together out of the Everyday Hero pieces that we work on at the end of this video. So. Almost done. It takes it just a moment. All right. Sorry for the delay in that. All right. All right, I'm going to go ahead and remove the outer paper, and then I'll switch my camera back so that you can see what is left, what it cuts out. And these cut lines are automatically there. This is part of the file that you purchased from Heartfelt, so you don't have to do any changing of it unless you want to. Oops, okay, there we go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and switch my camera. Okay, I'll try to hold this up. There you go. So these two little sections here, these two, they would come out. I just didn't pick them out. I picked this one out. Whoops, sorry. So that is what comes out. I'll go ahead and take these off my mat, and they're ready to go. Ooh, so here's this one already. And it's that easy. So hopefully this video has helped you, if you are familiar with Cricut Design Space, then you are good to go, because once you know how to use Cricut Design Space, the rest of it is very easy. Okay, let's go ahead and switch back very quickly. I just want to show you a couple more things. Okay, so we've just printed, we're all done cutting, so down here on the lower right, I'm going to click Done. Now, I'm finished with this image for now, so I'm going to go ahead and highlight it, and then right up here on the upper right, you see where my cursor is over here? I'm going to click Delete. Now that doesn't delete it from my computer. It's still on my computer. I've just deleted it from my Cricut Design Space project here. So I have uploaded already some images here from, it says here recent uploads. So you can go to upload and it will take you and show you your recent uploads as well. So we're going to click on this ship and come down here and click Add to Canvas. Now, if you wanted to, you could click several others and add them all at the same time. But remember when it went to the Cricut Design Space project page, it was huge. So I find moving them over there all at the same time is a little messy because they're so big. I like to size them and then come back and get another one. So we're just going to do the ship. Click Add to Canvas, and there it is. Now for my project, I don't want it to be 15 inches by, or 16 by 14. So I'm going to shrink this down so that it's about 6 inches. Maybe 6 1/4. Go just a little bit more. There we go. All right, so we have it at about 6 1/4. I want one going this way, but I want another one also. So to do that, I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to come right back over here and see this little image that says copy or duplicate. So we're going to click on that. And now I have two of them. So I'm just going to separate them. And for my project, I want one of them to be opposite because I want to glue it to the back. So I'm going to go up here to flip, and I'm going to flip it horizontally. And there we go. Now when I go to make, it'll print this out, and it's going to print both of them and cut both of them for my project. So that is one of the things that I want to do for our project. There are other tools. Now once you highlight it, it opens up your taskbar up here, and there's all kinds of things that you can do. Now let's see about color sync. All right, it doesn't look like in this form that I can change the color, so that is okay. I'm going to have to figure that out. I haven't played with that yet, so, but once you're highlighted, you can click around up in here and kind of have some fun. And as I do these, there may be other videos where I show you different stuff, but for now, we just want them flipped. So let's go back to our upload images. For today, we're going to need the ship, about 6 1/4 inches flipped, one regular and one flipped horizontally. Then this flower, we want this to be about 3 1/4 by 4, 4 1/2, about that size. And just the same as the ship, you need two, one the regular way and one flipped. This little pocket watch, we're going to need one of those at about 2, 2 1/2 inches. Okay. Then for this pocket watch, we need one of these, and we want the up and down height to be about 4 inches to 4 1/2. We need one of the little blue tag, and I just had it so the width of it's about 1 1/2 inches. We need one of this pretty circle, and I printed that out at about 5, 5 1/4 inches. So none of those sizes need to be absolutely exact, but we are making a 6 by 6 card. All right, so that's what you need, and let's see, there is one more thing I want to show you before we go. I am going to go ahead and quit because we're done in here. We're going to come into our file one more time, and I want to go in the Everyday Heroes, and right down here, one of these papers, you see this line right here? These are your 8 by 8 papers, and I'm going to print out one of those, and it's this one right here where my blue I've highlighted it in blue. So that one, I did print out one of those in an 8x8 size for my project, and that's everything. So let's go ahead. We're going to switch, turn all this off. I'm going to switch my camera back. All right, if you want to make an everyday hero card with me, go ahead and you can make your purchases. You can upload all of those things to your Cricut and have them on your computer, just like the steps I went through. You can do all that. Go ahead and print your pieces that I've showed you, and then join me to make a card. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.